right, so we're in downtown Franklin, Tennessee, about 45 minutes, maybe 30 minutes south of downtown Nashville. So a nice suburb. And we're going to talk about new construction just in general. The order of operations, going to keep it super simple. But what are the things that go first? It's going to be the foundation of a home, going to build the framing and everything on the foundation. So that's the first thing. It's got to be dug out. And obviously, as you can see behind me is the framing. That's what was done in the last 3 to 4 days. But let's go inside. It gets a little bit more complicated. What goes first? Plumbing, electrical, HVAC, drywall, kitchen. We're going to talk about that order of operations a little bit on this video. Let's go inside. So the job sites are a little bit of a mess when you're first starting. Before everything on the outside is getting done, the materials get dropped off by truck. They put them on the site, they pick it up and start building the house. Once the house is framed in, under roof, then all the materials can go inside the house, better safekeeping, things don't get stolen. The job starts to look a little bit cleaner, not as much crap everywhere, things to trip on. But be careful, let's go in. So it's not rocket science that you put the foundation, the framing on the foundation, but order of operations does matter when it comes to the inside of the house when you're doing things. So as you can see, there's a lot of electrical work going on in here, and that's what they're doing today. But that's not the first thing that happened. You come over here, the plumbing was actually the first rough-in piece, obviously after the framing was done, and there was actually no roof on here before the plumbing. So they wait for the roof until the plumbing is done. If you go up there, you can see that they wait to put on that roof. Otherwise, they're gonna have to cut their brand new roof because they need to get that plumbing up and through the roof. So it goes plumbing first, then roof. Now today is the electrical, 2 days for that. Then comes the HVAC guy. And then after that, then we're gonna go ahead and put in drywall. That's a big day because after that, the house starts to take shape. You have paint able to happen, the drywall's in, you can start doing cabinets. So when that inspector comes and passes this and you're able to do that drywall, that's like the halfway point. That's a really big turning point in the building of a home because it starts to really look like a home instead of just a bunch of sticks, kind of like it does now. Something worth noting on this house is if you look up, these vaulted ceilings, think about when you come into the front door of how much more space it's gonna feel like. Obviously, it's a lot more wood, which makes it more expensive labor and materials wise to have this. But when you come in, it's not going to be this 9 to 10 foot ceiling. You're going to come in and feel like a lot of space to breathe. It makes a big difference when you have these vaulted ceilings here, especially when you first enter the house. Even though it's more expensive, we think it's going to be super worth it. So we're going into the downtown Franklin Square. I've only been here a handful of times, but I think it's super historic, like talking like 1850s. Somebody fact check me on that. Don't even know how to drive here. That's how infrequently I've been. I'm in the wrong lane. But it's super beautiful. I think there's some building that has a Civil War bullet into the side of it to give you some sense of how old it is. Downtown area that house is in, it still oddly needs a little bit of polishing. But it's getting there. There's multiple new builds on the street. We have our new build that's going to hit the market in a few months. And then this place is, you know, everyone knows Franklin, Tennessee, in the state of Tennessee and further on. So yeah, fun to be working here and doing a project and get more acclimated. All right, guys, we're done here with this video. Gonna get some food in downtown Franklin. We'll catch you on the next one.
Looking at my I bet she give your the bone. Looking at my wrist, it'll turn your to stone. Stretch limousine, sipping rosé all alone. Double head.